I'm late. I know I'm late. I was supposed to do this Q&A. Okay. I don't even know why. Well, I mean, I know why. I know why. But it's a little hard to explain. It's a little, but I'm gonna try. Hey people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rakeedah. For those who are new here, where luxury has no limits. And I'm late. But better late than never. Okay, that's a thing. That is a thing. Better late than never. I'm here to do my Q&A, but also because like we don't want to bore you with just my business. Okay, we're not going to do that. I mean, it's kind of sort of my business too, but I also want to discuss something that it's been on my spirit. And it's my opinion on how I feel about replicas. But we're gonna get into that, and hopefully nobody comes for me. But we're gonna get into that. But first, let's answer some of these questions. Hopefully I ain't even true life confessions. I ain't look at them. Okay. Oh, but before we get into that, because I just noticed. Okay, Rakeedah. Remember when I unboxed this? It is the Chanel tweed I don't know. It's the Chanel ombre eyeshadow palette. I unboxed it, and when I did the swatch, me and you, we had some questions. Okay, we had some questions, and it is confirmed. It is not dark skin color girl friendly. I am wearing it on my eyes today. But it took a lot. It took a lot of work. Now, keep in mind, with this review, I am not a makeup artist. Hey, I don't even know how to do my own makeup. I really don't. When I do my makeup, I just play with my face until I be like, she cute. So, take it with a grain of salt, but I'm trying to figure out how to get my money back. And then, on my lips, I am wearing this YSL tinted lip balm. Now she about that life. I like her. She is good. Even with a bare lip, she moisturizes, give you a look. She that girl. I like her. I like her and her sister. So no. Where can I get a refund? Yes, me and her for life. Boom. Okay. Now again, 80% of my life, I don't wear makeup. Y'all already know. So not saying I'm an expert. I'm just saying what my spirits say. Okay, moving on. Okay, let's get into these questions. Hopefully they're not that bad, because I'm sensitive. People think because I'm an army vet, I ain't sensitive. I will cry on you in a minute. No. No, but let me look at these. They ain't that. Oh, y'all love it. Y'all really, I love y'all too. They ain't that bad. Okay, so let's get into the first question. I'm gonna just go down the list. Okay, from Ashley. Hi Ashley, what's your cute self? She says, how do you learn how to balance the demands of content creating, self-care, work, and family? Love you, queen. I love you too, boo. So great question, because it helps me with my explanation of why I haven't been consistent. You guys know what's been going on with my mom and my dad. If you haven't heard, or I'm gonna just link that video, because I cannot, especially with my makeup, so I cannot. But update on my dad, he is breathing on his own onto recovery, which is another reason why I haven't been consistent lately. And then another reason, you know, one moment I'm in a great mood, next moment I'm not. I'm being triggered by the littlest things, you know, when it comes to my mom. So, you know, and what I never want to do is get on this camera, get on one of my social media platforms and be lying. I don't want to be fronting in these streets. So, you know, when I don't feel good, even if it's a filming day, even if it's an upload day, whatever, why I do that? Like, it's not a quote. If it's a film, But I never want to pretend to be okay. So when I'm not, I'm not. So the reason why Ashley's question was a good segue. Look at me being professional and stuff. But it says, how do you learn how to balance the demand of content creating, self-care, work, and family? So let's tackle the content creating and self-care. Like I said, when I'm not into it, I'm not into it. So for my 9 months, is it 10 months now? 9-10 months being on YouTube, I've never not been in the mood to content create. I have 2 fur babies and a husband, so I don't have the demands of children. So, you know, I'm kind of at my will, kind of, you know, yeah. So I content create when I want to. But because of, like I said, what's been going on with my parents, especially with my mom, obviously triggering things with my sister, with my mom, if I ain't in the mood to do it, I ain't doing it. And self-care, I've always been brat. So that ain't a problem. Where the problem ain't no problem. I've always been the brat. I am the youngest, period. So my sister was my main mom. My mom and dad have always spoiled me rotten. My husband, he wants to put it on a t-shirt. Rakeda is the brat. So when I need to take it down, when I need to reset, it ain't nothing stopping me. Because this is how I look at it, right? And I know, man, there's one question, wrap it up, got it. But this is how I've looked at it, and I've always looked at it. If I'm not happy, I'm not gonna make anybody around me happy. And people who, especially people who know me, like in real life, they're not used to me being a Debbie Downer, used to letting life things get to me. Like, they're used to me being fun, silly. Was that a fly? Child? Okay, sorry. But they're not, so, and I never want to bring that energy around them. So when I am not at 100, I go somewhere and whatever it takes, I get at 100. Period, boo. Okay. Work. This is my work. This is my, well, the only work I care about. And family, I have a very supportive family, especially with my husband. My husband, like, what you want to do, what makes you happy, let's do that. You know, even though sometimes he thinks he's my manager, he ain't, okay? But as far as the balance, I don't really, that's not a big issue for me when it comes to family, because I have a great husband and I have great family that just at the end of the day, they just want to see me smile and they help me figure it out. So there we go. Thank you, Ashley. Janiece, hey Janiece, y'all need to check out her channel. That's my boo thing, and her content be on point, her and Ashley's. But anyway, so and I will link their channel and anybody's channel that I know is popping, link it in the description box. But Janiece Styles, hey Janiece, well, how good with yourself? She says, what are some of the ups and downs you have experienced with social media? Yo, real talk, not lying. I have not experienced any bad negative comments. I don't know why, because I'm sure it's coming. You know, maybe I just haven't triggered nobody yet. But as far as social media, I haven't received any backlash, trolls, negative comments, mean comments as of yet. But you know, I'm wrapped in the blood of Jesus, so hopefully they don't come or I don't see them. So there has been no downs for me yet, boo-boo. DoctorMyCurls, Bianca, DoctorMyCurls. Now listen, that she is also a superb content creator. I'm gonna link her YouTube down below. Listen to all of my superstars asking me questions. So my girl Bianca from DoctorMyCurls, aka DoctorMyCurls, have asked, what made you start your YouTube channel, highs and lows so far? Okay, all right, I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm about to put all my business on these YouTube streets. All right, what made me start my YouTube channel? All right, here go all my business. All right, So I joined the Army right out of high school, did the thing, boom, 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 got out, retired, and after I got out, I went to finish up my second degree. I have a bachelor's in science, one in criminal justice, the other one in psychology. Wrap those up, boop, 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 and then I decided to go back to work as a DOD civilian. Pretty much doing the same thing I was doing on active duty, but instead of for the Army, I went to do it for the Air Force. Right? Have fun. Really did have fun until I didn't. So I, for a very long time, was working under one commander. Had a great relationship. He was, well, he wasn't cool. I mean, when I say cool, like, you ain't asking to go to a football game with him. But when I mean cool, like, you know, just legit. So, had a great relationship. And anybody who know me, I take my job very seriously. Not just job, the real job. Very seriously. You know, it's hard for a female NCO out in these military streets. So, you know, you got points to prove, you know. But, so anyway, but there came a time where he had to PCS. He had to, I'm gonna try not to use military acronyms. Call me out if I do, my bad. But he had to PCS, meaning he had to go to another duty station. Boom, there you go. So he had to go to another duty station, which means we had to get a new incoming commander, which means I had to get a new boss. So, and with this new boss came a girl, wrap it up, came a new deputy. Deputy is not my boss, but she is the military version of his left hand. So I would be his right hand, the deputy would be his left hand, right? So, but she was a known, how can I say this word without getting flagged, child? She, you know, she didn't like people who look like me. She didn't like people who look like me. Okay, read between the lines. Okay. Which, I mean, ain't my problem. Ain't my problem. As long as you don't be disrespectful. Okay. So there came a time where she wanted to cross that line. So just a quick example, you know, so when you're in the military, you get called your last name 100% of the time. 100 in and out of uniform 100% of the time. You don't even remember your first name, okay? So when I went on the civilian side, the DOD civilian side, you know, I wanted to hear my first name because I like it. So, you know, everybody was calling me Rakeedah, you know, my name. So she did like her second day here. It was like her second day here. And she was like, hey, Sergeant Bell, and asked me whatever question followed that. So I was like, oh, you know, this is before I knew her history, okay? This is before I knew her history. Like I said, it was like her second day here. So, you know, she's like, hey, Sergeant Bell, question, request that she needed followed. So, you know, me being a nice person that I am, I'm like, oh, you know, you can call me Rakeedah. She said, and I quote, no, I just think I'm gonna go with Sergeant Bell because Rakeedah seems a little too ethnic. Say what now? What'd she say? Okay. 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 Let that slide. Not let it slide. Just, how's that work? You know? Okay. Okay. Right? And then my boss, our boss that we shared, wasn't there at the time. I was about to say TDY, which he was, but so TDY just means he was on a work trip, right? So I just knew I was going to tell him, I was going to snitch on the situation when he got back because he was brown. I'm black, he brown, right? So I'm like, I know he's going to take offense. I know he is. Wait till he come back. So I just sat back with that comment in my pocket, just waiting, you know, to snitch. That's right, I was gonna snitch. So then we had a Christmas party. So me and another black colleague, we was, cause you know how when you get into parties, I gotta wrap this up. But you know how you get into parties and people who kind of congregate together at work kind of congregate together at parties they don't really like mix up. So we wanted to get the party started. We wanted everybody to mix and mingle together. So me and him having a private conversation, okay? It was like me and him conversation, okay? A and B, right? And C over here decided she wanted to interject. So I say to him, let's do, or he say to me, what if I say, I think I said to him, let's do the electric slide. She goes, C goes, that's too ghetto. I'm done. Like my towel wrapped, boop, threw it in. So I waited till, like I said, our supervisor got back and told him, and he told me I was being too sensitive. Yeah, he said that, he did. So, so I started YouTube. All I can say, I started YouTube because that environment was no longer, because I used to love, like my job used to be fun to me, but that environment was no longer fun to me. It was stressful because, you know, obviously I'm at work, can't say what I want to say. I'm in America, can't do what I want to do without going to jail. So I started YouTube as an outlet. And then I think I felt sorry for my husband because he got tired of pretending like he cared about purses, and he was the only person that I had to talk about it to. And poor thing, I think he got tired of pretending like he cared. So, so that is why, all I have to say, that is why I started my YouTube channel. There's only been ups. Like I said, you guys have been super sweet. Y'all my new friends, and y'all have held down y'all part on our friendship, so I haven't really had any downs. All right, moving on. Chat, this video gonna be long. When did you start getting into luxury items? I think 2008 is when I brought my first Neverfull, and it's been a hold on me. It had a hold on me ever since. I just like, I want to say pretty things, because when I look at my, like for instance, when I look at the Louis Vuitton monogram canvas, pretty is not what first comes to mind. Quality is what comes to mind. And I love quality things. One, because I'm cheap and I don't like to rebuy stuff, okay? So I figure the better quality, the better I can hold on to it and it still maintain its newness, its looks. And then two, like I ain't gonna front like a lot of people. I like the inclusivity. Is that how you say it? Inclusivity? Like I like being able to do things, and not just with luxury items. I mean, like even the decor of my house, my outfits. I don't want to walk around and look like everybody else as far as like outfits, decor. I just don't want to do that. And like something, like don't get me wrong, I will jump on a trend in a heartbeat if I like it. But for the most part, you know, I like being a little different, you know. What is your favorite hobby? Singing and camping. Singing and camping. I will do that all day long. All day long. What a problem? Ain't no problem. Are you selling any bags soon? Ask cousin, I am not. So here's the thing with selling bags. Like, don't get me wrong, I would sell any bags, clothes, shoes. If I'm not using them, I have no issues with selling stuff. But I have learned, let's say in the last 3 years, you know, give or take a month or so, I have learned to hone in and properly research the bags that I'm interested in. So the bags that I have purchased lately are bags that are working for me, which means I would have no reason to sell them. But trust me, if I make a mistake, if there's a hiccup, it's going for sale. And I usually sell things on Poshmark when I don't want them anymore. But for the most part, you know, as far as luxury bags wise, I ain't got one. Next one, what is the expensive luxury item that what is the most expensive, I believe, What is the most expensive luxury item that you have purchased? Child, I don't know. Like just handbags or like period. So, shoot, I don't know. That's another problem that I have. That's another problem that I have that my husband probably would agree. When I like something, I really don't care about the price. Like, don't get me, when I say I don't care about the price, like, girl ain't going up in the Bentley store, okay? We already know that. But as far as, I only shop at places that I can afford, right? So if I like something, I'm not like, this the gas money I'm about to put into this thing. So I really, I can't remember. Come on now, put your thinking cap. What is the most expensive? What is the most expensive? What is it? I don't know. I really don't. I ain't lying. Where and what is your hometown? I am a Jersey girl, born and raised. The only reason I left Jersey, because like I said, when I went into the Army, they pulled your girl away from home. But right now I reside in North Carolina, Fort Bragg area. Okay, last question. What advice would you tell your younger self? So I think the most useful advice I could tell my younger self is that everyone who says that they are your friend may not be, and that's okay. So like I said, during my childhood, I was is sheltered the word? I don't know. I was always surrounded by family, like family trips, outings, thing like that was always with family, even kind of like still to this day. Anyway, so like my best friend, like even today is my cousin. So everybody in my life who in childhood said they loved me and that they were my friend, like they actually loved me. Like I didn't know any different. I didn't know fake friendship, fake love, fake loyalty. Didn't grow up with none of that. And then right out of high school, like I said, I went into the Army. You know, in my 20s, you know, I was doing my hardcore military training, wasn't really concerned about friendships. And then in the military, you kind of, you know, there's a brotherhood. Is that saying something? There's a peopleship hood. No, I'm trying. But we oh, this is gonna be real cliche, but we see green, you know what I mean? And I'm not saying that there's none of, you know, people who don't like people who look like me or brown people. I'm just saying it's not as prevalent, noticeable kind of thing. It's like it's in that box, right? It's not like in your face. Okay, so, and then you don't pay attention to it because for the most part it's rank talks, you know, rank make the rules. So, you know, it's more so rank than it is race, status, color, all that good stuff, right? So not until I became an adult that I noticed people aren't always who they claim to be. They don't always feel a way about you that they claim to feel about you. A lot of people just have you in their lives or call you their friend because you're doing something for them, whether it's you're feeling an emotional need. Maybe they think you balling and you can be their personal ATM. I don't know. But I have learned just because somebody said that they're my friend doesn't mean that. Like, allow people to earn that badge before you just go handing it out. You know what I'm saying? But I think that's what I would tell my younger self. And that's okay. That's okay. You don't need to be everybody's friend. Matter of fact, quality over quantity. Okay? The friends and the girlfriends in my life, they are luxury because they are quality over quantity. And that's it. Okay, good people, that is it. That is my Q&A chat. That was long. Okay? Hopefully, you know, it gave you some insight into, you know, Rakeedah off of these YouTube streets. But I'm always open to like my friends getting to know me better. So let me know any other questions. I got you. And this video long enough. But I am in the next one gonna share my my 2 cents about replicas. And hopefully, like, it'll give me some time to run and hide. But of course, if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications so you don't miss a video from your girl. Also, keep up with me on social media. I am on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram at RAKEEDAHSCLOSET, and I will see you beautiful people in the next one. Okay, bye.